Welcome to our channel Valuable Coins All World. In this video, I gave you information about United States of America Washington quarter dollar coin. Composition of this coin is first element is copper 75%, and the second element is nickel 25%, and weight of this coins is 5.67 grams, and the diameter is 24.26 millimeter, and the thickness of this coin is 1.75 millimeter. If you interested, please see this full video. Thanks. Top 1. One such coin is the 1986 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that, while widely produced, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. To fully appreciate what makes this coin unique, we need to explore its design, minting history, and the factors that have contributed to its rising value. Along the way, we'll uncover the subtle details that make this coin a must-have for any serious collector and end with the big reveal of its impressive value today. BY 1986. The United States had undergone significant changes since the introduction of the Washington quarter in 1932. The country was entering a new chapter in its history, both politically and economically. The early 1980s had been a time of economic recovery after the tumultuous 1970s, and by 1986, the country was experiencing renewed optimism. Under President Ronald Reagan's leadership, the United States was seeing a rebirth of American pride, and this sense of renewal was reflected in the coinage of the time. In terms of coinage, the 1986 Washington quarter represented a continuation of the Washington quarter series, which had been in circulation for more than 50 years. The design of the coin had remained largely unchanged since its introduction, and its continued presence on U.S. currency spoke to the stability and consistency of the nation's coinage system. The obverse of the 1986 Washington quarter, like its predecessors, features a left-facing bust of George Washington, America's first president. The portrait, created by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932, had become an enduring symbol of the nation's strength, unity, and leadership. Inscriptions on the obverse of the coin include the word liberty at the top, "In God We Trust," to the right of Washington's profile, and the year 1986 at the bottom. The combination of these elements, Washington's portrait and the engravings surrounding it, serves as a reminder of the founding ideals that helped shape the United States. On the reverse of the coin, we see the familiar image of the American bald eagle, wings spread wide as it soars against a backdrop of the country's motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. This symbol of freedom and strength was designed by artist John Flanagan in 1932 and continues to be one of the most recognizable images on U.S. coinage. The words United States of America appear above the eagle, while the denomination quarter dollar is inscribed below, reinforcing the coin's value as legal tender. Despite the consistency of the design, the 1986 Washington quarter was minted in the context of a changing U.S. economy and coin production landscape. In 1986, the United States Mint continued to use a clad composition for its quarters, which meant that the coin was made from a mixture of copper and nickel rather than silver. While this made the quarter less valuable in terms of its raw metal content, the design and historical significance of the coin were what made it appealing to collectors. The 1986 Washington quarter was minted in 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia Mint produced quarters without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint quarters were marked with the D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, which were specially made for collectors and featured a higher level of detail and finish than the regular circulation coins. These proof coins are highly coveted among collectors due to their superior quality and are often sought after for their pristine condition. Speaking of condition, one of the most important factors in determining the value of any coin is its grade. Coins that have been circulated extensively, exposed to the elements, and subjected to wear and tear generally have lower value than coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. For the 1986 Washington quarter, many of the coins in circulation were subjected to significant wear, which diminished their appeal to collectors. However, there were still a large number of coins that were kept in mint condition, especially those produced as proof coins. These coins, which were struck with extra care and quality control, often command higher prices on the market. For coin collectors, the allure of the 1986 Washington quarter lies not only in the design and historical significance, but also in the opportunity to find rare examples. While the 1986 quarter itself is not an exceptionally rare coin, there are certain variants and error coins that can significantly increase its value. For example, certain misprints, such as double strikes or off-center impressions, are highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, coins that are graded at a higher level, such as MS 65 or higher, are considered more valuable and are often worth much more than the average circulated quarter. Beyond its inherent qualities, the 1986 Washington quarter also enjoys the benefits of being part of the broader Washington quarter series, which is one of the most widely collected series in American numismatics. Collectors who are building a complete set of Washington quarters often turn to coins like the 1986 quarter to fill in gaps in their collections. Even though the 1986 quarter itself may not have the same level of rarity as some of the earlier issues, it still plays an important role in completing the set, and collectors who are interested in the history and legacy of the Washington quarter will often go out of their way to acquire high-quality examples of coins from this period. But now, let's take a closer look at the most important question that many coin collectors are interested in. What is the current value of the 1986 Washington quarter? As with most coins, the value depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and whether it has any unique features such as errors or mint mark variations. Most 1986 Washington quarters in typical circulated condition are worth only their face value, 25 cents, or a modest premium if they are in high-grade uncirculated condition. However, some 1986 quarters have sold for far higher amounts, especially when they are in exceptional condition or have rare characteristics. For example, a 1986 Washington quarter that is graded MS 67 or higher, meaning it is in nearly perfect condition, can fetch prices well above face value. Similarly, proof coins produced at the San Francisco Mint are often worth more than regular circulation quarters due to their higher quality. But the real surprise comes when we look at one particular 1986 Washington quarter that has garnered a lot of attention in recent years. One such coin, graded at a perfect MS 68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, recently sold at auction for a stunning $11,100. This remarkable sale surprised many collectors and coin enthusiasts, demonstrating how certain high-grade, well-preserved coins can command extraordinary prices, even for relatively modern issues like the 1986 Washington quartered SO. What made this particular coin worth so much? It was the combination of its flawless condition and the rarity of such a high-quality specimen. A coin in MS 68 grade is considered to be nearly perfect, with only microscopic imperfections visible under magnification. Because the 1986 Washington quarter was produced in large numbers, high-quality examples in such pristine condition are relatively rare. As a result, collectors are willing to pay a premium for these top-tier coins. This sale of the 1986 Washington quarter is a testament to the ever-growing appeal of modern coins in the world of numismatics. While older coins tend to dominate the spotlight, collectors are increasingly looking to coins from the 1980s and 1990s as valuable additions to their collections, especially when those coins are in exceptional condition or feature rare attributes. In conclusion, the 1986 Washington quarter dollar is far more than just another coin in the U.S. Mint's production. Its rich historical context, coupled with its iconic design and the potential for rare errors or high-grade examples, make it a valuable and sought-after coin among collectors. While most of these quarters are worth only their face value or a small premium in average condition, exceptional examples, such as proof coins or high-grade specimens, can command impressive sums on the market. For those with an eye for quality and rarity, the 1986 Washington quarter is an excellent addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting to explore the world of coin collecting, this coin represents a piece of American history that continues to hold appeal and value, sometimes reaching as much as $11,100 for the rarest, most pristine examples. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and the 1986 Washington quarter is just one example of how modern coins can be just as exciting and valuable as those from centuries past. So, the next time you come across a 1986 quarter, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you think. Top 2. The 1994 Washington quarter dollar may seem like just another coin to some, but for those who know the world of numismatics, it's a piece of history, rich in design, manufacturing, and potential value. While the 1994 quarter may not be as old or as rare as some of the earlier coins in the Washington quarter series, it carries with it a significance that has only grown over time. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey into the fascinating world of coin collecting, the 1994 Washington quarter has something to offer. Its historical context, design, minting details, and collector appeal make it a standout piece in modern American coinage, and the story of its value is one of continued growth and interest in the hobby of numismatics. To understand why the 1994 Washington quarter holds such a place of importance, we first need to step back into the context of the era. By the time the 1994 Washington quarter was produced, the coin had already been in circulation for over 60 years. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932, had become a staple of U.S. currency. The coin's design, featuring the portrait of George Washington, the country's first president, had become synonymous with American ideals and had been used on U.S. quarters continuously since its debut. However, while the design remained largely unchanged for decades, the United States Mint was still working on ways to keep coinage fresh and relevant for the changing times. By 1994, America was experiencing significant political and economic shifts. Bill Clinton had just been elected president in 1992, and by 1994, he had begun to implement his policies of economic reform and welfare reform. The U.S. economy was showing signs of recovery after the 1991 recession, and consumer confidence was high. The American public's focus on the economy and financial markets made the continued circulation of everyday coins like the Washington quarter even more important, as they reflected both the nation's stability and its ongoing growth. During this time, the design of the Washington quarter remained largely unchanged from its 1932 debut. The obverse, or head side, of the coin still featured the familiar left-facing bust of George Washington. This portrait, created by artist John Flanagan, had become one of the most recognizable images in U.S. coinage. Surrounding the portrait were the inscriptions "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust," to the right of Washington's profile, and the year 1994 at the bottom, denoting the specific year of the coin's production. Washington's image had become symbolic not just of the man himself, but of the nation he helped create, standing as a testament to the country's enduring spirit and commitment to liberty. The reverse, or tail side, of the 1994 Washington quarter remained just as familiar to coin collectors and the general public. The design, again created by Flanagan, featured an eagle in flight, its wings spread wide, representing the strength and freedom of the United States. Above the eagle, the words "United States of America" were inscribed, while the phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many one," appeared below the eagle's wings. This motto represented the unity of the nation, bringing together states and citizens from all walks of life under a common flag. The coin was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, which had been standard since the mid-1960s. The quarters of this era did not contain silver, and their value came from their design and legal tender status rather than the precious metal content. However, this composition did not detract from the coin's importance in American culture or the numismatic world. The Washington quarter, though not made of silver, continued to carry a sense of pride and legacy, connecting every generation of Americans to their nation's founding principles. The Washington quarter of 1994 was minted in large numbers, with billions of coins produced to meet the public demand. The United States Mint produced these coins in 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins struck in Philadelphia were typically unmarked, while those produced in Denver were marked with the D Mint mark, and coins made in San Francisco were marked with the S Mint mark, but only for proof coins. These proof coins, created with higher standards of production, were meant specifically for collectors and often boasted a shiny, mirror-like finish that set them apart from their regular circulating counterparts. While the vast majority of the 1994 Washington quarters circulated without issue, some rare variations and errors began to catch the attention of serious collectors. For example, some quarters were struck with slight misalignments or had poorly executed strikes, leading to off-center coins, die cracks, or other anomalies. These coins, while rare, hold great value among collectors who specialize in error coins, as they are seen as unique and highly collectible. But for most collectors, the true appeal of the 1994 Washington quarter lies in its role within the broader Washington quarter series, which has been one of the most widely collected series in American coinage. Over time, collectors have sought to complete a full set of Washington quarters, including coins from each year of production and from various mint locations. Even though the 1994 quarter is not considered a rare issue on its own, it remains a key piece in completing a full set of quarters from the series. The importance of the 1994 Washington quarter in a collection is amplified by its high-quality production. Minting techniques in the 1990s had improved significantly from earlier decades, and coins struck during this period tend to be in better condition than those produced in earlier years. High-grade coins, particularly those that are uncirculated or in proof condition, are particularly sought after. These coins are considered valuable due to their pristine state and the care taken in their production. For collectors, the 1994 Washington quarter can still hold impressive value when found in top condition, particularly proof coins or high-grade uncirculated examples. Coins that are graded at MS 65 or higher, meaning they are in nearly perfect condition, have been known to sell for several $100s. Additionally, certain rarities, such as coins with unique features or minting errors, can reach much higher values. So, what is the 1994 Washington quarter worth today? The coin, in its typical circulation state, is worth only face value, 25 cents. However, the real story of its value lies in the condition and rarity of the specimens that remain. While the majority of 1994 quarters are worth little more than their face value, certain high-grade coins and proof coins are sought after by serious collectors, and their values can be much higher. For example, an uncirculated coin graded MS 67 or higher could be worth several $100s, depending on its overall quality. But the true surprise comes when we examine a few rare and unique 1994 Washington quarters. In particular, one 1994 quarter, graded MS 68, recently sold for a stunning $89,900 at a major coin auction. This remarkable sale took the numismatic world by surprise, as the coin's near-perfect condition made it a highly coveted specimen for collectors. The MS 68 grade represents a coin that is almost flawless, with only the most microscopic imperfections visible under magnification, and such coins are incredibly rare, especially for modern issues. The incredible price of $89,900 for the 1994 Washington quarter is a testament to the growing demand for high-quality modern coins in the world of numismatics. While older, rarer coins tend to dominate the headlines in the world of coin collecting, collectors and investors are increasingly looking to more recent coins, especially those from the 1990s, as a smart investment. The sale of the 1994 quarter for such a high amount has set a new standard for what modern coins can fetch in the marketplace, and it proves that rarity, condition, and demand are all crucial factors in determining the value of a coin. So, what does this mean for collectors? If you happen to come across a 1994 Washington quarter in excellent condition, it's worth taking a closer look. Coins that are well-preserved, error-free, and graded highly can be valuable assets in your collection. Whether you're adding it to a full set of Washington quarters or hunting for a rare, high-grade coin, the 1994 Washington quarter has the potential to be more than just a piece of change. It could be a valuable addition to your numismatic portfolio. In conclusion, the 1994 Washington quarter dollar stands as a reminder of the enduring legacy of the Washington quarter series. While it may not be as rare as some of the older coins in the series, it still carries with it historical significance, impressive design, and the potential for future growth and value. For collectors who are patient and diligent, a 1994 Washington quarter in high grade or with unique features can command impressive sums. And the story of the coin's $89,900 sale is proof that even modern coins can hold immense value. Whether you're an experienced collector or someone just starting out, the 1994 Washington quarter is a coin that should not be overlooked. It may just be the hidden treasure you've been searching for. Top 3. The 1995 Washington quarter dollar is often considered just another piece of everyday currency. Yet for those in the world of coin collecting, this coin tells a much richer story than its modest face value of 25 cents. It embodies a snapshot of American history, design evolution, and economic shifts that make it a fascinating piece to examine. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, there's something truly special about the 1995 Washington quarter. Let's take a deeper look into its design, history, minting process, and how this relatively modern coin has captured the interest of collectors and, surprisingly, the attention of investors looking for the next big thing in the numismatic world. By the end of this journey, you'll know why this coin, in certain rare forms, can fetch an astonishing value of $89,900. To begin, let's place the 1995 Washington quarter within its historical context. The coin was struck in a year of significant political and social change in the United States. Bill Clinton was in the middle of his first term as president, and his administration was focused on issues like healthcare reform and balancing the federal budget. The U.S. economy in 1995 was in a state of relative prosperity as the country emerged from the recession of the early 1990s. Consumer confidence was climbing, the stock market was booming, and the American public was feeling optimistic about the future. Against this backdrop, the 1995 Washington quarter was produced by the United States Mint, continuing the long-standing tradition of the Washington quarter series, which had been in circulation since 1932. However, by the time the 1995 quarter came around, the design had already been familiar to American citizens for over 6 decades. So, what was it about the 1995 Washington quarter that would ultimately make it a standout piece in the history of U.S. coinage? The design of the 1995 Washington quarter remained largely unchanged from its original 1932 debut, though it had undergone some subtle refinements over the years. The obverse, or head side, of the coin features the famous portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This profile, sculpted by artist John Flanagan, was modeled after a bust of Washington created by French artist Jean-Antoine Houdon in the late 18th century. It is one of the most iconic and enduring images in U.S. coinage, representing not just a historical figure but the spirit of the American Republic. Around Washington's portrait, the obverse inscription reads, "Liberty," at the top, "In God We Trust," to the right of his face, in the year of minting, 1995, at the bottom. These inscriptions serve as a reminder of both the country's founding ideals and the continued importance of these values in the 1990s, a time when the United States was navigating a new era of global politics, technology, and economics. On the reverse, or tail side, of the coin, the design shows the American bald eagle in flight, wings spread wide, soaring over a banner reading E pluribus unum, the U.S. motto meaning, out of many, one. The eagle, a symbol of freedom and strength, has long been associated with the United States, and its inclusion on the quarter speaks to the enduring ideals of unity and independence. The words United States of America are inscribed along the top, with quarter dollar displayed beneath the eagle. These design elements combined make the 1995 Washington quarter an enduring emblem of American pride and unity. The 1995 Washington quarter, like most quarters from the late 20th century, was made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. This material is made up of a core of pure copper, which is then clad with layers of nickel. This composition was adopted after 1965, when the U.S. government stopped using silver for circulating coins due to the rising cost of silver. While the 1995 quarter does not contain any precious metals, it still carries immense value due to its design and its place in American history. The U.S. Mint struck millions of 1995 Washington quarters, both for general circulation and for collectors. These coins were produced in large quantities at multiple U.S. mint facilities. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins with no mint mark, the Denver Mint, which produced coins marked with the letter D, and the San Francisco Mint, which produced proof coins marked with an S. For collectors, proof coins are often the most highly sought after because they are struck with a higher level of care and attention, resulting in coins with a sharp, mirror-like finish that makes the design stand out. These coins were intended for collectors rather than general circulation and often come with a certificate of authenticity. Despite the relatively large number of 1995 Washington quarters produced, the coin is not without its appeal to collectors. While the general circulation coins are often found in common grades, certain high-grade specimens of the 1995 quarter are valued highly. As with any coin, the condition, or grade, of the coin is one of the most significant factors that can influence its value. Coins that are well preserved and show minimal signs of wear are more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. Coins that are graded as MS 65 or higher are considered to be in excellent condition, and these high-grade examples are highly desirable among collectors. Of course, beyond the normal wear and tear of everyday use, there are a few unique features of the 1995 Washington quarter that have attracted the attention of coin collectors. One of the most fascinating things about the 1995 quarter is the possibility of finding an error coin. Minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center impressions, or die cracks, are often worth far more than a normal, well-preserved coin because they are seen as rare and unique. These errors are a result of slight mistakes or abnormalities during the minting process, and collectors are often willing to pay top dollar for a coin that displays such a feature. Additionally, certain coins from the 1995 Washington quarter series have been graded at extraordinarily high levels, which only adds to their value. A coin graded MS 67 or higher, for example, is considered to be in near-perfect condition, with only microscopic imperfections visible under magnification. These coins, in perfect or near-perfect condition, tend to command far higher prices than those in average or circulated condition, making them highly sought after by investors and collectors alike. Now, let's discuss the ultimate question on most collectors' minds. What is the current value of the 1995 Washington quarter? As with most coins, the value of the 1995 quarter depends largely on its condition, rarity, and any unique features it might possess. Most of the 1995 Washington quarters in circulation are worth no more than their face value of 25 cents. However, certain rare or high-grade specimens have been known to fetch prices far above their face value, especially those with pristine conditions or unusual minting errors. For instance, a 1995 Washington quarter that has been graded MS 67 can sell for several $100s, depending on its appearance and provenance. However, the most stunning and valuable of these coins can be found among the proof coins produced by the San Francisco Mint. Proof coins, which are created specifically for collectors and feature a higher level of craftsmanship, often carry a premium price. These coins can be worth several $100s, with the price varying depending on their grade and condition. But what about the truly rare specimens? In recent years, one particular 1995 Washington quarter, graded at MS 68, was sold for a staggering $80,900. Yes, you read that correctly, $80,900 for a 1995 quarter. This remarkable sale shocked many in the numismatic community, as the coin was virtually flawless. A coin graded at MS 68 is considered to be in near-perfect condition, with only the tiniest imperfections visible under magnification. Coins like this are incredibly rare, especially for modern issues, and their rarity and exceptional condition lead to prices that are hard to fathom. The sale of this 1995 Washington quarter for $80,900 highlights the growing interest in modern coins and the potential for incredible returns on investment for collectors who are able to find high-quality specimens. It's a reminder that even coins from the 1990s can carry significant value, especially when they are well-preserved, error-free, and graded highly. The fact that a relatively modern coin like the 1995 Washington quarter can command such a high price speaks to the continued strength and growth of the coin collecting market. In conclusion, the 1995 Washington quarter dollar is far more than just a piece of everyday currency. It is a coin rich in historical significance, tied to the legacy of George Washington and the enduring ideals of the United States. While the vast majority of these quarters are worth little more than their face value, the potential for rarity and exceptional quality is what makes this coin so compelling to collectors. Whether you're searching for a high-grade example, a proof coin, or perhaps even a rare error, the 1995 Washington quarter has proven that modern coins still hold the potential to surprise and captivate the numismatic community, and perhaps provide a substantial return on investment. So, the next time you come across a 1995 quarter, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you think. Top 4. The 1996 Washington quarter dollar might seem like a simple piece of U.S. currency to the untrained eye, but to the dedicated coin collector, it's a captivating piece of history that carries significant value. From its historical context to its intricate design, minting details, and growing appeal among collectors, the 1996 Washington quarter has become a standout in the world of numismatics. For those interested in the rich world of coin collecting, this coin has much more to offer than meets the eye. And when we get to the end of our journey together, I'm going to reveal how this humble 25-cent piece can fetch as much as $75,900 in certain rare forms. That's right, this coin, while commonly found in circulation, has become a highly prized asset for collectors. So sit back and join me as we dive into the fascinating story of the 1996 Washington quarter dollar. To understand the significance of the 1996 Washington quarter, we first need to place it in its proper historical context. By the mid-1990s, the United States was entering a new era in its history. Bill Clinton was serving his first term as president, and the country was recovering from a recession that had impacted the economy during the early years of the decade. The tech boom was just beginning to take off, and the internet was starting to revolutionize industries and daily life. The U.S. economy was on an upswing, and the nation was experiencing an era of relative stability. However, as much as the political and economic landscape was evolving, the U.S. Mint was still in the business of producing coins that reflected the country's past. The Washington quarter dollar was one such coin that had been in circulation for decades, providing a link between the past and the present. Since 1932, the Washington quarter had represented the ideals of American democracy, with its iconic design featuring George Washington, the country's first president. The 1996 Washington quarter, while part of the modern era, continued this tradition and became an integral part of U.S. coinage. When you look at the 1996 Washington quarter, the first thing you notice is the familiar design on the obverse, or head side of the coin. This design, created by John Flanagan in 1932, is one of the most iconic images in U.S. coinage. Flanagan's portrait of George Washington has become synonymous with the ideals of the United States: strength, liberty, and leadership. Washington's image on the coin is based on a bust created by the French artist Jean-Antoine Houdon in the late 18th century, and this likeness of Washington has graced the quarter for nearly 60 years. The design on the obverse is simple but powerful. Above Washington's portrait are the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," serving as reminders of the country's founding principles. At the bottom of the coin, the year 1996 is inscribed, marking the year the coin was minted. The clean, sharp lines of Washington's profile stand out against the background, and it's easy to see why this design has endured for so many decades. On the reverse, or tail side of the 1996 Washington quarter, you'll find the eagle in flight. This design, also created by Flanagan, has been a central element of the Washington quarter since its inception. The eagle represents the strength, freedom, and unity of the United States, and it's a symbol that resonates deeply with the American people. The phrase "E pluribus unum" appears on the reverse beneath the eagle's wings, meaning "out of many, one." This motto symbolizes the unity of the nation's diverse states and people, a core value of American democracy. The words "United States of America" are inscribed above the eagle, while the denomination of quarter dollar appears beneath. The design of the 1996 Washington quarter is largely unchanged from earlier versions, but that doesn't mean the coin is without significance. In fact, the consistent design of the Washington quarter makes it one of the most recognizable and enduring coins in U.S. history. Even in a time of rapid technological advancement and changing political landscapes, the Washington quarter remains a constant presence in American life. In terms of its composition, the 1996 Washington quarter was made using the copper-nickel clad method that had been in place since 1965. This composition consists of a core of pure copper, which is then coated with layers of nickel. The result is a durable, long-lasting coin that doesn't contain any precious metals like silver, but still holds significant value due to its historical and numismatic importance. The 1996 quarter is a product of the U.S. Mint's ongoing efforts to create coins that are both functional for everyday use and attractive to collectors. The minting of the 1996 Washington quarter was a large-scale operation, as millions of these coins were needed to meet the demands of circulation. The coins were struck at multiple U.S. Mint locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint bear no mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint are marked with a D, and coins struck at the San Francisco Mint have an S mint mark. Most of the 1996 Washington quarters were struck in Philadelphia and Denver, but a special set of proof coins was produced at the San Francisco Mint for collectors. While the 1996 Washington quarter is not a rare coin by any means, it has still managed to attract attention in the world of coin collecting. The general circulation coins, those that were used in everyday transactions, are fairly common and generally worth face value, just 25 cents. However, when you begin to look at the higher-grade coins or special editions, the value starts to climb. For example, a well-preserved uncirculated coin from 1996, particularly one that has been graded by a professional coin grading service, could be worth significantly more than its face value. What sets the 1996 Washington quarter apart from others, however, are the proof coins that were struck specifically for collectors. These proof coins were made with higher quality standards, using special dyes and techniques to create a polished, mirror-like finish. These coins were not meant for circulation, but instead were sold in sets to collectors who appreciated the finer details and craftsmanship that went into their production. Proof coins, especially those graded in higher conditions like PR 69 or PR 70, can command impressive prices in the market. In fact, high-grade proof coins from 1996 have been known to fetch hundreds of dollars, sometimes even more, depending on their condition. But it's not just the proof coins that have value. Certain rare minting errors have made the 1996 Washington quarter a coin to watch. One of the more interesting things about the 1996 Washington quarter is the potential for minting errors. As with any coin, the process of striking millions of quarters can sometimes result in mistakes. These errors can range from slight misalignments to double strikes, off-center coins, and other irregularities. Error coins are prized by collectors because they are unique, and they are often worth much more than a regular coin in perfect condition. For example, a 1996 Washington quarter with a noticeable double strike or a die crack could fetch a higher price due to its rarity. Minting errors, especially those that are visually striking or unusual, have the potential to elevate a seemingly common coin to extraordinary value. It's these rare examples that make the world of coin collecting so exciting. No two coins are ever quite the same, and even a coin like the 1996 Washington quarter can contain hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. So, what is the 1996 Washington quarter worth today? As with any coin, the value depends on factors such as its condition, rarity, and any unique features it may possess. Most of the 1996 quarters in circulation are worth their face value, just 25 cents. But for the rare high-grade specimens, particularly the proof coins and error coins, the price can rise significantly. In the case of the 1996 Washington quarter, the most valuable examples are those that have been graded in exceptional condition. A coin graded MS 67 or higher, meaning it's nearly flawless, can sell for several $100s at auction or in private sales. These coins are prized by collectors because they represent the best of what the U.S. Mint produced that year. However, the real surprise comes when we look at the truly rare examples of the 1996 Washington quarter. In recent years, a particularly well-preserved 1996 quarter, graded MS 68, was sold for an astounding $75,900. Yes, you heard that right. A 1996 Washington quarter sold for nearly $76,000. This coin, in almost perfect condition, represents the epitome of rarity and desirability in the world of modern coins. The exceptional state of preservation and the rarity of such high-grade examples made this coin a highly sought-after item, and it fetched a price that stunned even the most seasoned numismatists. The sale of this 1996 Washington quarter for such an impressive sum is the growing interest in modern coins, particularly those from the 1990s. While older coins may still dominate the headlines when it comes to value, collectors and investors are increasingly turning to more recent issues like the 1996 quarter as a smart investment. The fact that a relatively common coin can be worth tens of thousands of dollars highlights the unpredictable and fascinating nature of the coin market. In conclusion, the 1996 Washington quarter dollar is far more than just a piece of everyday currency. It's a coin that captures a moment in American history, reflects the nation's values, and embodies the rich tradition of U.S. coinage. While most of these quarters are worth only 25 cents, certain high-grade examples, proof coins, and error. Top 5. The 1997 Washington quarter dollar may seem like just another coin to those who aren't familiar with the world of numismatics. Yet, to the knowledgeable collector, this seemingly ordinary 25-cent piece carries a rich history, intricate design, and impressive potential for value. It's a coin that tells a story not just about the past but also about the present, as it holds a significant place in the ever-growing coin market. What many don't know is that, despite its common appearance, the 1997 Washington quarter has quietly carved out a niche for itself among collectors and investors alike. By the time we reach the end of this video, I'll be revealing just how much a specific 1997 Washington quarter is worth today, and trust me, the number might surprise you. So, let's delve into the details of this remarkable coin and uncover what makes it so special. To begin, we need to place the 1997 Washington quarter within its historical context. The year 1997 was one of transition for the United States. The country was in the midst of a long period of prosperity, with the economy booming and unemployment at a historic low. Bill Clinton was finishing up his first term as president, and the country had made a strong recovery from the early 1990s recession. This was also a time of technological advancement, as the internet began to reshape industries and daily life, creating a wave of change that would ripple into the 21st century. But as the country embraced these new possibilities, the U.S. Mint was still producing coins that looked back at the nation's history, drawing from the symbols and figures that define the American experience. The 1997 Washington quarter continued this tradition, featuring the iconic design of George Washington's portrait and the bald eagle, two images deeply embedded in the nation's identity. While it may seem like a simple coin today, the 1997 Washington quarter represents a constant thread through American coinage, a symbol of endurance and national pride. The obverse, or head side, of the 1997 Washington quarter showcases the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This depiction of the first president, based on a bust by French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdon, had been in use for decades by the time the 1997 quarter was struck. Washington's face, sculpted in profile, conveys a sense of dignity and strength, qualities that made him one of the most revered leaders in American history. The inscription, Liberty, arches above Washington's head, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears just to the right of his face. Below, the year 1997 is prominently displayed, marking the coin's minting. The reverse, or tail side, features an eagle, a symbol of American freedom and strength. The eagle is depicted in flight, with its wings spread wide and its gaze fixed on the horizon. Beneath the eagle is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, a phrase that reflects the unity of the states and the people. The words, United States of America, are inscribed along the top, with the denomination, quarter dollar below. Together, these elements create a sense of unity, resilience, and patriotism that has come to define the Washington quarter series. While the design of the 1997 Washington quarter may seem familiar, its composition is key to understanding its place in modern coinage. Like other quarters minted since 1965, the 1997 Washington quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, which consists of a core of copper covered by a layer of nickel. This composition replaced the earlier silver quarters, as rising silver prices made it more economical for the U.S. Mint to switch to a less expensive material. Despite the lack of precious metals, the 1997 quarter still has an important place in the hearts of collectors, thanks to its design and historical significance. The 1997 Washington quarter was minted in vast quantities to meet the demands of everyday commerce. Millions of these coins were struck at the U.S. Mint's facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint bear no mint mark, while those minted in Denver feature the D mint mark, and those produced at the San Francisco Mint are marked with an S. While most of the 1997 quarters produced were intended for circulation, a special set of proof coins was struck at the San Francisco Mint for collectors. These proof coins were made with higher quality standards, and they featured a mirror-like finish, adding to their appeal. The proof coins, in particular, are among the most sought-after versions of the 1997 Washington quarter. They are made using special dies and are struck with greater care than the standard circulation coins, resulting in a coin that has a sharp, high-gloss appearance. Proof coins were never intended for general circulation, which makes them highly prized by collectors who value their pristine condition. These coins are often sold in sets, and their scarcity, combined with the extra care taken in their production, has made them a cornerstone of the modern coin collecting market. Now, while the 1997 Washington quarter may be readily available to anyone with a quarter in their pocket, certain versions of this coin have garnered significant attention due to their rarity, minting errors, and high grades. In the world of numismatics, the condition of a coin, known as its grade, is of utmost importance. Coins that are well preserved and show minimal signs of wear are much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. As a result, collectors often seek out high-grade specimens, with coins rated MS 65 or higher considered especially desirable. Among the 1997 Washington quarters, those graded at MS 67 or higher are particularly valuable. These coins are nearly perfect, with no noticeable wear and minimal imperfections. Such coins are difficult to find, as they have to be preserved in excellent condition over time. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially when it comes to rare examples of the 1997 Washington quarter. These high-grade coins are often sought after by both collectors and investors, as their rarity makes them an attractive addition to any collection. But it's not just the high-grade proof coins that can be valuable. Like many coins, the 1997 Washington quarter can also contain minting errors, mistakes made during the production process that result in unique, one-of-a-kind coins. These errors can range from double strikes to off-center impressions, die cracks, or even coins that have been struck on the wrong planchet. Error coins are particularly prized by collectors because they are often rare and unusual, and they add an element of unpredictability to the world of numismatics. For example, a 1997 Washington quarter with a noticeable minting error, such as a double strike or off-center imprint, could fetch a much higher price than a standard coin. Collectors value these error coins because they are not only visually interesting but also represent a piece of history, something that occurred in the production process that was never intended. These rare coins, though relatively few in number, can be worth thousands of dollars, depending on the nature of the error and the coin's condition at SO. What about the current value of the 1997 Washington quarter? While most of the quarters in circulation are worth only 25 cents, certain versions of the coin, especially those in pristine condition or with minting errors, can fetch a much higher price. The value of these coins can vary greatly depending on factors such as their grade, rarity, and whether they have been certified by a professional coin grading service. A 1997 Washington quarter that is in perfect condition, graded MS 67 or higher, can be worth several $100s. Proof coins, which are produced specifically for collectors, are also worth more than their face value. However, the real eye-popping value comes when we look at the rare, high-grade specimens or those with unique minting errors. In fact, one particularly rare 1997 Washington quarter, graded MS 68 and considered one of the finest examples of its kind, sold for a staggering $69,400 at auction. This remarkable sale highlights the incredible potential value of the 1997 Washington quarter, proving that even modern coins can command high prices when they are of exceptional quality or rarity. The sale of the 1997 Washington quarter for nearly $70,000 is a testament to the growing interest in modern coins among collectors and investors. It underscores the idea that coin collecting is not just about collecting old or rare coins, but also about identifying those hidden gems from more recent years that may become valuable as time goes on. As the world of numismatics continues to evolve, coins like the 1997 Washington quarter are becoming increasingly attractive to investors looking for a safe and profitable way to diversify their portfolios. In conclusion, the 1997 Washington quarter dollar is far more than just another coin in circulation. It is a piece of American history, a symbol of the country's enduring values, and a coin that holds significant appeal for collectors and investors alike. While most of the 1997 quarters are worth only 25 cents, those that have been preserved in exceptional condition, those that are graded highly, and those with minting errors can be worth much more. The 1997 Washington quarter is proof that even in today's modern coinage, there are treasures to be found, coins that may not seem special at first glance, but that hold the potential for incredible value. So, the next time you come across a 1997 Washington quarter, take a closer look. You just might be holding a piece of numismatic history that could be worth far more than you ever imagined.